Hello, friends. Chapter 9, Matthew chapter 9. So good. I'm loving this 90-day challenge and enjoying the readings. Chapter 9 has a lot of movement going on. We are seeing Jesus interacting with people who are paralyzed, people who are dead, people who are who need healing, who are blind, who can't speak, people who are possessed with demons, people who have experienced just long-term disorder in their bodies and dysfunction. And we are seeing him interact with teachers of the law who are questioning his intentions. We are seeing him interact with his disciples. And more importantly, we get more of an understanding of his heart towards people. What is the heart of the Father as he's going of Jesus, as he's going through his ministry? And then he also gives us really good indication of how to pray. And so I wanted to highlight two verses, and the first one is in chapter 9, of course, but verse 12. It says, "On hearing this, Jesus said, 'It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. But go ahead and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners.'" What a good verse. What a good moment right there in his ministry where he indicates exactly what his purpose is, here for the lost. So good. And the second verse that I wanted to highlight here was verse 38. And it says, verse 36. "When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them, because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, 'The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field.'" And I wanted to read that last verse one more time, because I think in this verse we get to get a sense of really the theme of chapter 9. And I'm going to read it from a different version, just a paraphrased version in the Message. Verse 38, "Then Jesus made a circuit of all the towns and villages. He taught in their meeting places, reported kingdom news, and healed their diseased bodies, healed their bruised and hurt lives. When he looked out over the crowds, his heart broke. So confused and aimless they were, like sheep with no shepherd. 'What a huge harvest,' he said to his disciples. 'How few workers. On your knees and pray for harvest hands.'" What a huge harvest, he said to his disciples. How few workers. On your knees and pray for the harvest. Great moment right there with Jesus. And a guiding question as you read this passage is, does my heart break for the lost the way that Jesus' heart does? Do I see people the way that Jesus sees them? Another way of thinking about it is, when I think of my world, does my heart break for those who don't have Jesus, right? The world around you. And so here's what Jesus says as we're answering this question. He is the answer. The harvest is there. The problem is we don't have enough workers. When I think of my world, how many people will it take to reach all the people all around me? You're going to have to be a part of it, but we're going to need more people. We're going to need more believers standing up, raising up, being raised up, and having the confidence to go out and share the good news of God's kingdom. And so here is how we pray today after your reading. Pray as Jesus said we ought to pray. Pray for harvest hands. Pray for workers. Pray for laborers, that God would raise up more workers, more people who will go out and reach the lost and share this good news, right? And also pray that God would send you. Pray that you would have eyes to see how he sees, and that he would send you out into the lives of your neighbors, into the lives of your family, into the lives of even just strangers, right? And so I hope you enjoyed today's reading and be encouraged.